Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to share really important topic for myself and for a lot of people. And I am going to talk about the body weight, the extra body weight. So I noticed that there are a lot of trends happening in this world, this diet and that diet, this exercise and that exercise. I want to lose weight. I want to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, you name it, right? And I want you to really think about the word lose. I want to lose 5 pounds, 20 pounds. Actually, in fact, I want you to, if you're not driving your car, if you are at safe space, I want you to close your eyes and say, I want to lose XYZ amount of body weight. And I want you to feel what's happening in your body. I want to lose weight. I want to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds. And I want you to feel. Now, I want you to open your eyes. So here's the thing. When you lose something, do you know what's going to happen? You're going to look for it. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Let's say when you lost your keys, what are you going to do? You're going to look for them. When you lost your dog, cat, your pet, you're going to look for it, right? So same with your body weight. When you lost your body weight, you are going to find it. You're going to look for it and you're going to find it. So a lot of times people who are experiencing so-called yo-yo diet, because once you lose, you're going to look for it and you're going to find it with even extra more. So now I want you to use a different word. Now I want you to use a word, I am releasing the extra body weight. Maybe 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. Actually, I want you to close your eyes and say, I am releasing XYZ amount of body weight. And I want you to feel anything that comes inside of you. You can open your eyes. And when we use the term, I want you, I am releasing, I am willing to release the body weight, you are not only releasing actual physical body weight, but you are actually releasing that energy attached to it, attached to the physical body. So that emotional energy could be the resentment, anger, guilt, shame, sadness. Because if we are really emotionally, spiritual healthy, we don't overeat because we are made as if the highest form of God's creation, right? And when we're releasing that so-called energy or feelings that are not serving us, you are able to finally release the body weight. So people think that, oh my God, I don't feel good. I'm shameful. I overeat, so I'm going to exercise. But if you are not really seeing the root cause of real issues, which is that emotions, um, you might experience the same event. So I want to start using, experiment using a word release. When I use the word, I want to release, body weight. I don't have to release body weight right now, but, when I use that, I immediately feel the heaviness attached to that body weight, right? And I also love you to incorporate this Hawaiian prayer called Ho'oponopono. And the Ho'oponopono means, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And when you keep using this prayer over and over again, and you don't really have to understand the meanings. Sometimes we don't have to know the meanings, but when we keep using the word over and over again as a mantra, you are releasing the event, the subconscious that is not serving you well, the habit, the negative feelings, and releasing it. I've used this prayer for many times in many occasions, and I saw miracles in my life. So a lot of times when we gain body weight, our feeling of shame or guilt or sadness really attached to it. And this is not something you learn at the Equinox gym. Well, I don't know if I can use the word Equinox. I'm sorry. Maybe. I don't know. Not the gym, right? You don't usually don't learn this type of thing at the gym. And they teach you how to use the dumbbell, how to use the machine, but that's just one part of the healing journey. One of the most important part is to really forgive ourselves and change our story. And one of the best ways to do that is to use this Ho'oponopono prayer. Another thing that I wanted to share is this, um, especially here in this wellness industry, you know, the lymphatic drainage world or the body sculpting world, a lot of people casually use the word snatched. I want to be snatched. I want to look snatched, right? But I want to really pay attention to the energy carries this in this word. Like the origin of the word is something like, someone try to take something from their hand, right? Someone steal, right? Take away from your hand. Or the animal, you know, sees the prey or gets something from the prey, right? So it doesn't have good energy. It's a negative energy. And using that type of word carries that type of energy on our body. What do you think is going to happen? When we say, I want to be snatched, I want to have a snatched waistline, I want to have my face snatched, you are already telling your body that you don't like what you have. And I understand, you can't really feel not to feel that way if you have extra body weight. I totally understand that. But the word is not very kind. And the word is very dismissive to what's happening right now. Instead, I want you to be kind to your body. So once again, using the Ho'oponopono prayer is really, really, really beneficial for you. As you know that so we're called, we are made of what, 70% of water, right? And the lymphatic fluid is, of course, made of water. And I also call this as a fluid intelligence in the body. Our body is constantly listening, feeling. So I want you to really pay attention to what kind of language you use when we're going through the healing journey, the weight release journey. I want you to feel and be kind to your body. Some people might think that, who am I? Who am I to talk about this topic? And the thing is that I have been there. To give you a little bit of background, um, I was actually quite athletic since I was a kid. I did not grow up in a family that they were, avid, the athletic people, or they were into sports or anything like that. I just pick up, the sports or any physical activities I loved since I was a little kid. I was, you know, the two of the like the fastest, the sprint runner in the school, long distance, you name it. I loved to play soccer. I went to swimming school when I was a kid. So the gaining body weight was not something that I worried, not so much until um I was in this situation. I was in a bad relationship, very violent, not just verbally, but physically. I was working for an ad agency, very toxic environment. I like the job, but I hate that environment. And I started noticing that I started eating like rich, heavy food, so-called comfort food. And I started using food and alcohol as the shield of my heart. And also, well, this is a very personal, but like I just didn't want people to look at me. I don't know what it was. I know what it was, but I don't want to share this right now. But especially in that relationship. So I gained about 25 pounds or more. I think it's close to 30 pounds. At one point, I just stopped checking my body weight because I started getting really scared. So I'm a very small person. I'm a 5 feet 2 inches, petite person, gaining that much of body weight within 8 months, 6 months to 8 months. That's not good. So I noticed that, and I remember someone took a group photo, and I saw myself in that photo, and I looked so big, so inflamed, so unhappy, not me at all. I was like, who is this person? Right? But I was shocked. I felt disgusting about myself. But because I started getting this new habit called eating heavy food, you get dopamine hit, and you feel very happy. But then, so I started forming this new habit of eating food, drinking, not exercising. Even though I noticed that I had to change, go back to where I was, I didn't take action so quickly. But then one day I was alone at home. And actually I was alone for a while at home. I was in a relationship, but um he was away for a while. And I had an opportunity to sit with me, my true self. And I look at myself in the mirror And I absolutely disgust myself. I was angry. I felt disgusting. I felt sad. And because I was quite, health conscious, I knew how long it's gonna take for me to go back to where I was. And so my consciousness is like thinking, oh my God, it's gonna take me at least 1 year to go back. Ugh, I didn't like it. It's easy to gain weight. It's not easy to release body weight. Um, but then I decided to sign up for boot camp. And I thought that was pretty easy because I've done it before. Like I said, I was very athletic. But then I totally underestimate how the body weight, extra body weight, um, was the obstacles. It was so hard. And it was the first time I almost threw up. I didn't exercise for a long period of time. And I almost feel like, I didn't have muscle memories. And then this extra body weight, I almost threw up. I couldn't keep up. And there was older couples. They did all the things that are faster, better than me. I was so pissed. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I put myself in this situation. So I finally moved out of the house. First of all, if you want to change your life, you have to change your environment first. Yeah, it's important. If someone, this is a totally different topic, but if someone is alcoholic and working at the bar or a liquor store, the first thing they have to do is change their environment, stop working there, right? Same with you. So I understand, not everybody can move out of the house they were living, but the changing environment is the first thing you have to do. It's important. Like Jim Rohn says, you are the five, you will average your five people, 4 or 5 people you're associating with, right? If you're associating with alcoholic people, you'll be the fifth one. If you are someone who is surrounded by obese people, you'll be the fifth one, to name it. So moving out of the house is very important. And then I did something that um, beyond average because you can, so working out 3 to 5 times a week, that helps to maintain your healthy life, right? But if you want to go back to, or if you want to be healthy, you have to do something you have not done for a while or you haven't done ever before. So I already knew that my healing journey, weight release journey, is a little bit hard, coming from how I used to be. So what I did was I signed up um, the Pilates studio, and I sometimes went to class twice a day, not once a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. And the same instructor, she was like, "Didn't I see this morning?" It's like, "Yeah, I love your class." Who wouldn't like to hear like, "Oh, I love your class," but that's a fact. So I did something extraordinary. And of course, sometimes I got really sore in the body and I couldn't go next day, but I show up anyway. I did things that I could. Just showing up, even though you can't do everything that you were supposed to do at the class, that will change your life. Like, oh, I feel sore, I shouldn't go. No, go anyway. Go anyway. And do the things that you can do on that day. And you have no idea who you are inspiring on that day. Okay, so sometimes, the healing journey or weight release journey is all about you, all about you. No, you have no idea who you are inspiring to. But I want to remember that part, you know? Um, and I understand that sometimes people feel like, oh my God, I don't wanna people look at me because I'm overweight. Don't worry about it. The people who are laughing at you or someone who are someone probably shitty, you know? The people who are athletic, people who have mind like mine, they will cheer you up. They're gonna say, hey, you really inspire me. I will say that, especially if you say, like, I have sore all over my body. I'm trying to release body weight, but I show up, I couldn't do everything, but I show up. If someone say that, if someone show up, I'll be crying. I'll be crying. I'll say, you inspire me. And that's what really good people say and do and support you. So don't worry about naysayers, the losers. Don't worry about it. They're not good. Seriously, don't worry about it. There are so many people out there, don't associate with them. So getting out of the environment is really important. And if you don't, find the support. Find the support. And when you shift your energy, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, universe, God, help you to orchestrate your life that your brain cannot comprehend. So that's called a synchronicity. That's called a serendipity, right? I love the word serendipity. So when I finally move out of the house, going to Pilates studios, almost every day, sometimes twice a day. That's when I found energy healing. Before that, I didn't even know, you know. Um, I found energy healing. I started taking energy healing course. That's when around the same time I met my spiritual teacher, and he is Ayurvedic, not Ayurvedic, Vedic astrologer. So you never know. All you have to do is make a decision. The first thing important thing is make a decision. Make a decision. And step one foot forward. A lot of people say, I don't know how, but how is not your job. How is the universe's job? It's 80-20% rules. This 80%, 20% rules is overused sometimes, but it's true. That's why it's overused sometimes. Your job is to make a decision just to keep going and stay in a good mood. And 80%, the how, the universe will guide you. Like my situation. I made a decision, I'm going to change. Somehow I was able to move out of the house, get out of the relationship, find a Pilates studio in Silver Lake, went there daily, found pranic healing, found a better job, Simeon, getting closer to where I am now, right? One step closer, one step closer. And also I found something wrong in my body. I had a surgery. I got out of bed. So if you are watching this video and if you feel like you are like as if I'm talking to you, there is no coincidence in the world. And I want you to take this as a message, whether you wanted to book an appointment with me or find something else. Okay, so if you are interested in learning more about the weight release program, I wanted to invite you to book a 30-minute Zoom call. This is a complimentary Zoom call, and I wanted to hear what you're doing, how you're doing, and how you want to change your life. And I am going to share the link in the description. So feel free to book appointment with me. And if this video is something that maybe your family member, your friends, coworkers will benefit, please share this video with them. And if you like this video, please hit like. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe. This will be a world to me. So that's it for today. I hope this message was very helpful, inspiring, motivating, and give you hope. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.